quote, "If you delay, then people will die." End quote there. That is what one East Palestine resident wrote in an op-ed calling on President Biden to declare an emergency. Jessica Conrad says families in the Ohio town are still feeling the impact of the February 3rd train derailment that spilled toxic chemicals into the air, soil, and water. 6 months later, homeowners say they're in serious need of health screenings, air and water filtration systems, and solutions, many fearful of the increased risk of cancer. Jessica is a passionate community advocate who lives 2 miles from the site of the train derailment. She joins us now. Once again, Jessica, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here and so early, too. Your op-ed, I've read it. It's a very poignant cry for help, and it's titled, "President Biden, Come to East Palestine and Bring FEMA with You." It's now been more than 6 months since the derailment. If they were to come today, FEMA, President Biden were to go, wheels down in East Palestine, what would they see?
They would certainly see that our creeks are very heavily contaminated, and they would also see that the EPA's capabilities have been exceeded at this point. While they do recognize, the EPA does recognize that the creeks are contaminated, the hazards have not really been readily identified. And you have to understand that those creeks run all underneath our town. They are mere steps from hundreds, if not thousands, of back porches. So, my community members are having those chemicals in their home potentially. There's exposure pathways, vapor intrusion. Yeah. So we need the EPA to recognize that they've exceeded their capabilities. And I think with Biden coming here and implementing FEMA, I think that's our best option.
Yeah, I remember I was in East Palestine for 2 weeks after the derailment. You could drag a stick through the bottom of the creek bed, and it was just rainbow contaminants that came straight to the top. And it's probably even, less what they would see and more so what they would hear from your neighbors, right? What the community says that you are still feeling. And you wrote in that piece that some in the community are still experiencing bleeding, neurological symptoms. Explain those symptoms and what you are still witnessing for yourself.
Yes, there are absolutely still kids with nosebleeds, adults with nosebleeds, chemical burns. We had a community member who the EPA did come out as a special request and test their soil, and there was formaldehyde that was identified. And as I understand, this was as a result of the burn off. They are over near the area of the vent and burn. So, neurological symptoms, we've had individuals with seizures, memory loss, change in menstrual cycles for women. We know that we know from the academics that are involved in this that women are more highly susceptible to some of these illnesses. So there's a lot of division, not just in the community, but among families. And it's hard to know what to believe because we really don't have the full transparency of what's going on because, again, the EPA capabilities, they've just been exceeded. So we really need, the CDC, FEMA, we need to have those individual equity rights that we currently do not have because Norfolk Southern is being pushed as our emergency agency and they're really just a railroad. So, we need those, the individual needs met, and FEMA is the way that we would do that.
Yeah, and I know, just a few seconds left here. I understand your children who just endured the pandemic are now asking if school is even safe to go to or if they'll die if they continue to live in East Palestine. As a mother, how do you feel right now in this moment hearing that from your kids?
Yeah, how would you feel? It's absolutely terrifying to think that your kids, it's not terrifying to think that they listen and they know, but it's terrifying to think of what they're thinking and how to reassure them that it is safe. I've actually worked with a really great company. They have been able to put air filtration systems in each of the classrooms. So that's certainly peace of mind. And we do have one in our home as well. So I think just moment to moment, day to day, and providing those reassurances that that mom's working to get the things that we need to have an everyday that feels normal.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.